welcome to For Flow, where I have a new deck, the Lunar Tarot. We have the full moon eclipse in Pisces today, and so they're moon cards. You get the vibe. Ooh. We've got, first out, the Wheel of Fortune. Luck. As luck would have it. I like that on this one actually they've used the astrological wheel with all the astrological symbols on it as well. To be like the wheel keeps on turning. I always see the Wheel of Fortune actually as fate as well. And with this eclipse, this being eclipse, often things that happen around eclipses are sort of fated. The fact that the North Node is also in Pisces and this full moon is in Pisces, our North Node is often about our fated direction of where we need to take things. And so the fact that both are in Pisces is very interesting. Yeah. It's like, let the chips fall where it may, because the universe is coming to mess things up in the nicest way possible. We also get the Chariot. Determination is what it says on the bottom. But I think it's a lot about balance as well and mastery. It's about, you know, he's got his dog sleigh here. Often it's a chariot with horses. But it's like about having a balanced approach so that you're mastering both and not being pulled off in two different directions. It's about knowing where you're heading and controlling both energies within yourself. Often your logic and your intuition is the way I see it, and guiding both and finding the mastery of how to balance both, like your inward, outward energies, your masculine and feminine, your introversion, extroversion, your logic and your intuition. So finding a balance between those two things. And we are going to be a lot with this eclipse. It brings up what you need to look at that is sending you off balance as well, especially with the South Node in Virgo, which is what do I need to do day to day and how do I do it to like liberate myself of things, Pisces. What can I do day to day, Virgo, to make my day easier, make my energy levels better, have a more fulfilling, enriched day. And Pisces is more about the spiritual aspect of that. How am I transcending that? Am I, you know, fully aspiring to my dreams, my aspirations, and what we cut away and what we pursue is very important to bring us back into balance so that we are pursuing that North Node. And Pisces is very good at releasing as well. And so the Virgo is like how and the small details, but the Pisces is the bigger picture. Like how do I want my life to look as the bigger picture? What is my actual dream, you know? What fulfills me? We have the Seven of Wands. Defense. So a need for some sort of boundaries or a feeling of protection. Where do we, what do we hold on to? What do we let go is still what I'm getting. And maybe feeling a little bit defensive about what it is we need to hold on to. we then get the Eight of Wands. So shifting beyond that to make progress. And we have the Page of Wands, new ideas, inspiration. So there's a lot of creative passion there. And we have the Star, which is about creativity. It says creativity on the bottom. And it's about manifestation. It's about my dream. I can have it. And so I feel like it's about moving beyond this place of defensiveness and just surrendering. Pisces is often about surrender, like knowing when to fold with that Seven of Wands so that you can progress in the right area. What do you really not need? Are you like, what is it you are defending that actually isn't worth defending anymore? That's actually just exhausting. What do you need to surrender to so actually you can bring in this progress towards renewal, new ideas, fresh passion, and then manifest it and create it with this Star card. Gorgeous. We get the Three of Swords. So past pains, releasing past pains, a sense of grief as well, of like what we've had to let go maybe, to bring in this new. It's natural to feel loss when we've let go of something, but it's about how knowing it was the right thing to do and how we process it. And you might find actually with this being an eclipse that things are just naturally, past pains are naturally just like coming up for you to dissolve right now and for you to heal. And you might find that it's a time to actually let go and allow yourself to do that, allow yourself to grieve it. Five of Cups, absence. So there may be a fear of letting all of these. See, we've got one in the middle, which is like the one, and then we've got these others in the background. And so fear of losing all of the others and the absence of them and how we might feel about that. But we've still got the one we need, and we've got to keep our focus on that one that actually is the one we need. Spiritual ascension is not easy. And that's what the North Node and the eclipse are asking us to do, to spiritually ascend. Results. If we can do it, we got results. Seven of Pentacles is like an assessment point. It's looking around being like, yeah, you know what, actually, I've got this far. I've put in the work. I've made it this far. Where's next? And then we get the Two of Wands. Deciding where to go next. It's below this Page of Wands, which is the new ideas. So deciding how to maybe put those into play. Nice. I just feel I had an inkling to bring out the Tarot of the Abyss today as well. It's quite dark, but beautiful illustrations. And it's quite shadowy, and I feel like it's going to be, this full moon eclipse is going to be shining a light on things like past pains and what we need to let go of in order to achieve our dreams. And so we need to look at the shadow, what's getting lit up in the shadow of what needs to be let go of. And we get the Seven of Wands again. You need to stop fighting. You need to surrender. And the Three of Swords again. I'll show those to you. Stop overthinking with that Three of Swords. You can see all of this stuff sort of like flying out of the head. Stop overthinking, stop churning over the past pains. Allow it to release. And stop defending people and things around you that don't deserve it. That's what I'm getting as well. And we have the Two of Swords. This is decisions again, but not knowing which way to go. And you see there's two masks. This might be a bit of an ego thing as well with the masks, about releasing things that don't fit anymore, that aren't authentic anymore. You're done with it. You feel like it's a farce, it's a false persona, and you're sick of parading around in a mask. You might be questioning, who am I? Where do I go next? Like, is this what I really want for myself? Which is my persona, my ego, and which is my soul, and making a choice about which one to pursue. Do I carry on parading around in the mask that maybe people pleases people, but actually you feel like it's not genuine and it's not what you want to do? Or do you be brave and, you know, cut away things that, I feel like this is like past versions of self as well, with that past pain. Allowing yourself to release and surrender from the fight of pretense and past versions of self that you just want to let go of. And then we get Justice. Justice for yourself. Coming back into balance with yourself. And the Chariot again. So it just goes around in a loop. You need to master that exterior, interior battle. Soul, logic, soul, ego. Put them into balance and keep them in check. And what do you need to let go of? What do you need to surrender in order to maintain balance so that you can keep moving forward and make progress and drop all these defenses and drop the battle and surrender. Surrender to your soul. Surrender to your true passion is what I'm getting. And if that's not very eclipsey, I don't know what is. That's not also Pisces eclipsey, I don't know what is. We have got the equinox coming up, and there's a lot about balance here and kind of duality. And you know, Pisces is two fish swimming in opposite directions, and trying to find this balance between what we invite in and what we release. And the fish are just constantly swimming, and it's this constant connection between the worldly self, the human self, and the spiritual self. This constant flow state of those things and acceptance of those things. And we also have the equinox coming up later in September. It's normally around the 20th, 21st. I'm not sure exactly what date it is without my moon diary here, but it's coming up. So I've got us out the Mabon Seasons of the Witch deck, because Mabon is the time, it's what we celebrate around the autumnal equinox. Oh, hello Robin. This Robin's been like watching me all day from that plum tree. It keeps coming back. He was watching me do yoga earlier in the garden when it was sunny. I was singing while I was doing yoga. It was quite sweet. Okay. We have tobacco and whiskey. So we've got tobacco. And what I instantly noticed about this card is this sort of release towards the moon. This letting go of the breath, what we've been holding in, like letting it go under the moon, full moon eclipse. Feed your ancestors. Raise the sacred smoke to them, for they are hungry to connect. So there's some sort of veil of otherworldly things. Some messages, maybe your guides have some messages for you, whether they are people that have passed. So funny that I saw the robin then actually, isn't it? Because they represent being visited by spirits passed on. Anyway, and we have whiskey. Life should be sipped slowly with intention. Be patient as the vision reveals itself. They are consecutive cards as well. I'm going to take two more. Might give me more, you never know. Fawn. Be cautious, dear child, and explore the world within worlds. I feel like that is incorporating, that's gorgeous that. That is incorporating this inner and outer thing and this need to balance it. Explore the inner world and the outer world. How are you showing up in your world? How is that impacting your inner self? And it's also new ideas. Be open to it. And we get wool. You are woven with an embrace, protected love, and the familiarity of finally being home. So when we have released and allowed in what messages, released what we need to release, and allowed in the messages that need to come to us from wherever that may be, been patient with it and allowed that vision and those messages to stew or percolate or ripen or fortify, whichever it is you want, whichever process it is you're doing, distill even. Then we can get our vision and explore with it. Explore within, explore externally and internally with this curiosity about who we are, where we're going, and the timelines that are being presented to us. Approach new things coming in from the messages within and the world around you. Be open to them, be curious, and lean into them. And then you will have this homecoming within yourself. Once you allow your authentic self to explore, and you will really allow these messages to come through and to go with them, then you'll come home to yourself and you will feel better connected with yourself, and you will feel like, I am home within myself. I don't think it's talking about home as in a structure. I think it's talking about home within your soul, that like your soul can rest once you've explored what it is you need to explore. And I'm going to take one from the Everyday Witch, or maybe more if it throws them at me. There it is. Meditation for Clarity. This beautiful pink water. Pinky purpley water. Very Piscean. And that's that go within. And we do need to find clarity on what it is, who we are, what we're pursuing, what's going, what's coming in. I'll take one more. Strength and resilience. And they are standing their ground and staying strong. We've got to have the strength to see these things through. And get clear on what those things are that we are standing up for. And that is the reading, guys. I wish you all a wonderful release this full moon in Pisces, this eclipse. And that's it. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Mwah.